Hi guys, just a little play. I thought I'll start putting you on camera when I have my little ideas so that if something nice happens you actually get to watch it. Now this is a bit radical, but I just needed to get this out of my system. Liquid hologram, everybody? Check. How cool is that? Oh, there's so much that we're going to be able to do with this. This is so amazingly, wonderfully cool. I'm aiming at some stars in the sky over a little mountain sort of imaginary type mountain scene. That'd be nice if I could do a village and everything, but we'll just see how this step goes. Now I just finished doing one of these, or almost finished doing one of these, just before I started this one, and my camera fell into it. The whole tripod fell over. I've got it weighed down at the back, but clearly not quite heavily enough. So I'm just praying it doesn't happen again. But what I found, and it's logical when you discover it by mistake, where you make a mistake with this, you don't get to clean away mud. You can just put the alcohol on it, swoosh it around, and put it back into the bottle because there's no other colour to contaminate it. So I wasn't upset with losing a whole lot of ink because I really didn't. So that was lucky. Now I'm going to try to sort of swoosh it back and forwards until I've got some mountainy type fantasy mountain lines happening. I might actually have it a bit too thick here. I keep saying less is more, but I think one of the things, if you do decide that you want to own some of this, one of the things to remember is to test it diluted with alcohol. After coming in and pouring this on, I think you could actually get twice the amount out of your bottle. But there actually is, because it just works with such a tiny amount. This is so excessive, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to make the most of this particular one. I don't know what you can see, but what I saw when I first splashed that onto the page was magic to my taste. Now, when this dries and it starts turning into a rainbow, it could be absolutely hideous and gaudy with so much colour and rainbow. But you know what? If we don't try these things, we never know. Let's run out a little bit quicker than... Oh no, it's still quite thick there. I'm actually thinking in two directions at once because I think a little moon would be nice up here that's bigger than the stars. I really should not have used that brush. I should have got a normal brush because I don't have much control with that. Now I'm tempted to go in with alcohol so that I can be more obvious with the build-up, but I won't. I'll be patient and let this finish because the ink's not going to be weight. Oh, my weight is starting to move on that tripod again. want the phone face planting this painting again. Yeah, so what I started to say is when I finish this, I'm not going to be rubbing it away to nothing, and I should have thought about it before some of the other videos. I can just put in some alcohol, swish it, and then save it in a little cup like the last disaster one. Just sitting there in the oven waiting for my next disaster. I think they should have actually called me Mrs. Bean. I'm only doing this to just, oh, you keep still. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing this just so there's that black contrast down this end too. That noise that you can hear, the little thud, 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 what I've done is because this tripod tilts forward all the time, I don't know why, I've actually made up like a little bean bag with heavy glass nuggets in it to sort of flop over the top of the bar, because it's just a little bar it can sit on. It was the only way that I thought of getting weight to drop down both sides at the same time. But they've actually made themselves a little hole in the bag and they're sneaking through like a little turtle right now, so this could go thump again. Okay, I don't know what it looks like from there. For me, the rainbow is only just starting to come out up there. I can see a little bit. It's quite magic just watching it happen. If you've got time to watch, I enjoy that part. And yes, you can hear those beads coming out. Isn't it funny? Maybe that inspired me subconsciously, but I've just come down from YouTube, and while I was doing some stuff on there, I ran across an Eric Clapton version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I thought that was really lovely, and I've walked straight down here and done this. Is that serendipity, or is it influenced serendipity? See, sometimes we can plagiarize other people without having any idea that we've done it or why. But the subconscious mind is a rather tricky thing. And that being so, I really don't care whether I'm plagiarizing Eric Clapton. I'm sure in these circumstances he'd be very understanding. I will do another one of these later, using diluted ink, because I think from what I'm starting to learn now that I'm actually playing with it in an arty sort of way, is I think I'm using far too much. I think I can dilute it. But I really, really dig the way those stars just made themselves. Imagine the skies that we can do with our other pieces. All these thoughts are just sort of coming to mind now that it's not such a, you know, the science part's over. Oh no, I was going to say I'll leave it at that because that's not completely dry. Because I thought it was completely dry, but it's not. So let's see whether drying it with a bit of air makes this spectrum more evident. I'm just a bit afraid to let go of my tripod. So I'll tilt it up with one hand. It would be a shame to ruin it a second time in a row. So do you think that's got potential? It's a bit cool, isn't it? This rainbow down here is lovely. I can't see the red part of the rainbow that often comes out from here. It's just that particular angle I am to the light in here. Are you seeing anything other than the silvery look? I hope so. It's very hard for me to tell at this angle. I'm getting some sort of glints of the spectrum, but it's mainly a sort of a silver white sort of look. But anyway, with just a couple of minutes playing with that dripping from side to side, I think it you know, there's a hint of snowy mountains there, and then the however much rainbow you can see from there. It's going to be a surprise for me. But I'm so taken with what happened in the sky. The rest is just addition or subtraction to me. It doesn't matter. I love that sky. Just with a little splash. So that's it. I will come back and do another one, and I'll keep the video if it turns out any better. Otherwise I'll just keep this one. Okay, see ya. Bye.